King Ben in the house.
This video is fake. Do not take this seriously, you bunch of crybabies.
All right. First, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. So, as a lot of you have seen, it was a very, very rough day. So let's get right to it. All right, right there. Yeah, obviously, you know, I had high expectations about this game. You know, the boys, you know, they worked very, very hard, and we have a clip of our workout. I let the film crew in during our training camp this week, so let's just show a clip of our workout from during the week. Nice.
Go!
Good job. 5 on 1. Go ahead. Splits. Fast, fast.
Quick. Oh, get it.
All right. So as you can see, you know, the players were amped. You know, looked like we were ready for this game. We really, really did. It was our last home game for a lot of these boys. It was their last game as a Mighty Mite at this field. But unfortunately, you know, in the 18 years of my coaching, I made up a word that you know, there are practice heroes and then we have players. And the practice heroes are the kids that come and hit the little kids real hard. And then when game time comes, well, watch the tape. You'll see. You'll see what happens. And then the kids, you know, you got a few kids that are jerking around during the practices. And come game time, they come big. You know, I mean, that's just the bottom line. That's what we have here. You know, we're only we're a couple of weeks away for the season ending. And at this point, it is what it is. You know, I mean, there's nothing we could do to change it, and, you know, yeah. Yeah, you know, I know I usually have, you know, our sponsors here, but I figured, you know what? At this point, I might as well be like everybody else on the sideline and do this interview with drinking out of this nice red Solo cup. They must be giving these out, I guess. I don't know where they're getting all these red Solo cups from. But don't worry. Just like they all tell me when they're drinking out of these, it's just orange juice in here. Whew. Man, if they're just drinking orange juice, that's the strongest orange juice I ever had. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, as you could see, we had to make a lot of changes. You know, now we're at the point now that we have our center is 75.6 pounds. And now our right guard is 69 pounds, going up against a 98-pound defensive tackle. But, I mean, you know, they're getting the job done. When you watch the videos, you know, you'll see it. But it's hard. We're not getting plays off. because after a couple of plays, the other team sees it, that, our center, albeit that his techniques may not be the most conventional, but he's taking out the nose guard and sometimes even the defensive tackle. Our right guard, he's containing. And if you look actually at clip number 18 on our team huddle app that we get, to see all the game film, play number 18, it got to the point that the center was taking out the kid so much, they double teamed the center to open up and left, then the kids were just running in all over our left side of our linemen. So, and again, if you watch it, and it was done intentionally because they're high-fiving each other because they're double teaming our kids to the right. So, that's that. I mean, there's not much we could do about it. Yeah. I heard, I heard the talks going on. I didn't hear it personally, but I heard that, this might be one of the best lines I heard, that a parent said, I don't want to be that dad, but you don't want to be that dad starting when? That dad has been chirping for the last month and a half. I mean, I didn't realize you could learn that much football off of Madden and watching NFL football on TV, but I don't know. And it was the same, same people saying that we ran the ball up the middle too much. Again, I watched that tape 6 to 8 times so far. We ran the ball up the middle 4 times. And one of those times was for a gain of 15 yards. And you know what? I would have ran it more up the middle, but after the 4th time, I've realized that our line couldn't block a spam call if they had it on the no-call list. So I couldn't run up the middle. The second the ball was snapped, the entire line was coming in like we had, ghosts on our line, and they were just running right through us. So, that's that. All right, one more. How do I feel? I mean, listen. Basically, this game was the equivalent to the Chernobyl disaster taking place, and then the next day you dropped an A-bomb on Chernobyl after that took place. So, I might recover from that quicker than you could repopulate Chernobyl and Pripyat. I'm not sure which one's going to take place first. But, all right. So, with that said, the league has requested, because there's a lot of talks going on, that I have a detective here today on hand. And, we have to do this now. Unfortunately, in the day and age that we live in, I have a detective here. But before I bring him out, make sure you stay until the end, because I have a good review on the garlic wings at the concession stand. Only thing that kept me going throughout the day. Alright, so this is now what I've been reduced to. I have to go through this.
I am Detective Fumbles. I am a polygraph expert. I will be performing a polygraph on Coach Bennett today. Is your name Coach Pete?
Yes.
Do you coach Mighty Mite football?
Yes.
Do you have a game Saturday?
Yes.
Did you win?
No.
Do you believe some parents on your team are mentally unstable?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
Do you believe some parents on your team are mentally unstable?
Yes.
Do you run the ball up the middle too many times?
No.
Do you treat every player equally and treat them like they're your own?
Yes.
Did a player's parent threaten to report your videos to the rec commission and have you removed?
Yes.
Did you say that you would have a better chance to win if the cheerleaders played?
Yes.
Do you like the garlic wings from the concession stand?
Yes.
When you said that yesterday's game was worse than the Chernobyl accident, do you believe that?
Yes.
Are you happy coaching football?
Yes.
After performing and reviewing this test, I certify that all statements made are the truth.
Alright, so as you can see, I successfully passed my polygraph test. You know, I have nothing to hide. I tell the truth. I speak the truth. You know, that's just the bottom line. And, you know, the cold hard fact is that all these sideline coaches who have a lot better idea on how things should be ran. Unfortunately, they should have stuck around for the whole day. Because, you know, and I'm not saying anything about anybody, but if you go by their thinking, for those of you that were there for the whole day, and it was very few, because a lot of the people that point their fingers at everybody and say, I could be doing better, North Arlington did not score one touchdown yesterday. So I guess, according to the sideline coaches, every coach that took that field yesterday absolutely sucks ass, according to them. Because that's the thinking of, you know, the sideline mafia. You know, and I did have, I'm going to end it on this though, I did have one parent did approach me, which I totally respect. I mean, you know, came up to me and said, you know, don't you think you're a little hard on the kids? And thank God there was a Pee-wee parent sitting right there. And I said, hard on them? I said, I've actually toned down now because it's apparent that nobody cares, you know, the values of what's going on. And, you know, thank God this Pee-wee parent said he was 10 times harder last year. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully, you know, I just want to get through this month. Let's survive through this month. I would say, you know, maybe after the season, you know, maybe the boys can enter a athletic decathlon. But that's not even a good idea because even after 2 months, they can't figure out left from right. And I still have Johnny Jingbells, who's supposed to be lined up here every single time for the past 2 months. And if you watch the film, I have the referee putting kids in positions because after 2 months, we still don't know where to line up. So that's that. So make sure you stay tuned. Now, garlic wing time and my night of announcing. We have B game, and then next week we have another big game. And you know, if I thought this past weekend was bad, I better call Dr. Shapiro now because he better up my blood pressure medicine before next week's game. So, all right, guys, that's that. Enjoy your week. Until next time. Onside kick recovered by Rutherford. So, that's the kind of night it's been. Mighty Mites was just as bad of a disaster. If you think Chernobyl was bad, the Mighty Mite game was 10 times worse. But there's always a silver lining. Coach Liner hooked me up Best thing, this side of the river, garlic wings, fresh from the concession stand. You can't beat them. If there's anything you want after taking a beating like I took, and it was worse than a beating, I don't even know how to explain it, but these garlic wings, it's like taking morphine after you have an operation. This is my morphine drip. So, what do you think? You ready? I'm not done there. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. There. Because I don't even care. That's how bad we lost. I don't care. It's all over the place. There. Alright, you like that? Now I gotta go play Elmwood Park now. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. Back to this game. Alright, so as I sit here, the Pee Wee game just ended, and I made a mistake. Our next game is not against Elmwood Park. We actually have a B game in Kearney, so you know, which B games are actually fun. Everybody gets to play. We put kids in different positions, you know, have a good time. But, you know, after that, I'm still coming down from, now the juniors are getting ready to take the field. So, you know, you don't realize how hard it is to get done with getting an absolute beating. You know, I felt like somebody was taking this and shoving it through my eyeball for 4 quarters straight. But, you know, I kind of know now how it feels to be run over by a truck and then have them back up over you and then have them run over me again. And I wasn't even playing the game. So, you know, it is what it is. I can feel it. I think my left aorta is a little clogged after drinking those garlic wings. But okay, here we go. We got the juniors coming up. 2 more games, then I'm going to go home and pass out, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Catch you guys later. All right, Peter's reading cheergrams at the junior game. Get him.
Big goal. Defense all night. Love Mom, Rocco, and Zoe.
That's right. He's got it down, man. Kid's got it down. All right, we're rocking the junior game. It's tight. It's a game. It's a game. So keep rolling it away. We got one more cheergram. Can you read that one? That's Annalise. Say to Annalise.
Have a great year. Mom. Okay, so Annalise. Have a good year, Mom. From Mom.
All right, hey. Mighty Mites may not be on point, but Peter's cheergram reading on point, right? What do you say? Thinking, good job. Good job working the night, getting his volunteer hours in. All right, guys, catch you in a little bit. Ooh, here we go. He's chipping away. All right, I'll catch you guys later. All right, we're still here. Senior game. It's been a rough night at every division, and let me tell you, there's absolutely no breeze out here. 3 days away from October, and I'm in here sweating like a Tijuana whore. So 1 game left, and then I can go home, and then just finally shut down. I've been up since 4 a.m., so I'm ready. Hasn't been good for any team so far. Let's see what the seniors can do. And that's that. No cheesecake tonight, though, I'll tell you that. I don't know. I'm not even... I don't even think I'm even allowed to have 2-month-old blueberry pie. But, catch you guys later. cheerleaders like the most exciting part of this day so far.